Imagine a world where every moment is captured, yet some are so extraordinary they seem almost impossible. Get ready to have your mind blown and your senses overwhelmed as we dive into a collection of jaw-dropping, heart-stopping moments that defy belief. From epic, dragon-like battles that will leave you breathless to awe-inspiring feats of human skill that push the boundaries of what's possible. These are the 15 moments you wouldn't believe if they hadn't been caught on camera. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss this. Number 15. Bear close call. Here's an interesting update. A driver saw a mother bear and her cute cubs trying to go back into the safety of the woods. But one of the cubs had trouble climbing the snowy hill, so the whole family stopped and waited patiently. At first, everything seemed okay, but suddenly things changed. The little cub was upset by the car's presence, and the protective mother bear didn't like it. She quickly became aggressive and decided to confront and chase away the car. If you're good at watching bears, you might have noticed that the mother bear was already cautious around the car. But for most people, it's hard to understand these signals. Remember, wild animals get very protective of their young and can be aggressive, so that adorable bear clip quickly turned from heartwarming to spine-chilling. It seems like the little cub got a case of stage fright, or perhaps didn't want the driver to witness its struggles to climb. Alternatively, it could be that the cub was simply terrified of the vehicle and decided to summon the capable assistance of its mom to shoo away the driver. In any case, it's a fascinating glimpse into these remarkable creatures' complex behavior and instincts. It's important to remember that bears, like many other animals, have a strong maternal instinct and will do whatever it takes to protect their offspring. As the mama bear confronted the car, she displayed a formidable presence. Her fur stood on end, making her appear even larger and more intimidating. She emitted a series of deep growls accompanied by huffs and snorts to communicate her displeasure and assert her dominance. The driver, realizing the gravity of the situation, wisely decided to retreat and give the bear family the space they needed. The mama bear, satisfied with her successful defense, returned to her cubs, and they continued their journey into the safety of the woods. Number 14. Drunk raccoon. In its tipsy state, the raccoon indulged in the forbidden elixir, causing quite a comical spectacle. Going about their duties, warehouse workers were startled to discover the raccoon meandering through the aisles. Instead of rummaging for food, this audacious creature had taken a liking to the intoxicating liquids. With each step, it swayed from side to side, a hilarious sight that left everyone amused. Clearly, the raccoon had imbibed a bit too much, rendering it quite out of sorts. As evidence of its escapade, the raccoon left behind a trail of its mischief. The poor creature had overindulged, impairing its swift getaway ability. Those who live in areas frequented by raccoons like Ontario know all too well that these cunning bandits can get intoxicated from fermented fruits. So encountering a tipsy raccoon might initially seem like it is transformed into a rabbit, but fear not, it's simply under the influence, and slumber might soon befall it. It's not just alcoholic beverages that tempt raccoons. They have also been known to enjoy a sip of wine should the opportunity arise. Raccoons possess a peculiar combination of being simultaneously annoying and endearing. If these critters invade your house or wreak havoc in your backyard, you may resent them. Their cleverness knows no bounds, thanks to their nimble pinky fingers and thumbs, granting them remarkable strength and dexterity. Jars of fruits or even locks stand no chance against their cunning. Research suggests that raccoons are quite intelligent creatures. However, despite the amusement they provide when inebriated, it's important to remember that they are ultimately wild animals. Number 13. Mother bear crossing. Sometimes our human world and the animal kingdom intersect in unexpected ways. It's like when people visit the zoo or when animals venture into human territories. These encounters offer fascinating insights into how we interact with other species. In this particular video, humans find themselves accommodating a family of bears as they try to cross the street. You can't help but empathize with the mama bear, who must pick up each of her cubs and guide them across the road. This adorable family causes quite a commotion, creating a traffic jam as cars patiently wait for them to complete their journey. It's similar to that feeling when you're trying to get your young ones ready for school, but they seem to move in different directions, testing your patience. Well, imagine how the bear cubs in the video add a playful twist to that scenario. One cub follows its mother while she carries another cub across the road, only to backtrack and almost run back to their starting point. Suddenly, Mama Bear keeps a watchful eye on the playful cub and persists in her efforts until all her children are safely on the other side of the road. Let's take a moment to appreciate the patience of the people who had to wait in line as this bear family embarked on their crossing. Perhaps adding bear crossing signs to our highways is worth considering. After all, if zebras have crossings named after them, why not bears? It would be a delightful way to acknowledge and protect these majestic creatures as they navigate their way through our human-dominated world. Number 12, dog rescues friend from drowning. Dogs have always been known as our loyal companions, but did you know that they also have deep friendships with each other? The bond between two dogs who truly care for one another is similar to the bond between two people. They watch out for each other and are fiercely loyal. In a heartwarming incident captured in South Africa, a Pomeranian dog found itself in a bit of a pickle. The tiny Pomeranian accidentally fell in after playing a little too close to a pool. Most dogs are excellent swimmers, but this little Pomeranian seemed to be struggling. Its small size made it harder for him to navigate the water. Luckily, another dog, a brave black Staffordshire Terrier, arrived at the scene. She immediately recognized her furry friend's distress and sprang into action. Running around the pool, she tried different approaches to rescue her struggling companion. She even attempted to pull him out with true loyalty and bravery by gripping his hair and fur. Despite several unsuccessful attempts, she didn't give up. Finally, the heroic Staffordshire Terrier succeeded in freeing her friend from the pool. But her care and concern didn't end there. Both dogs walked away from the pool and into the yard, where the Staffordshire Terrier diligently checked on her friend to ensure he was all right. In fact, if she could, she might even give him some doggy cardiopulmonary resuscitation just to be extra cautious. This incredible friendship and compassion between dogs remind us that their bond goes beyond being man's best friend. They have their own remarkable relationships, looking out for each other and showing unwavering loyalty. It's a beautiful testament to the depth of emotions and connections that can exist not only between humans, but also among our furry companions. Number 11. Starlings make a bird shape. Just imagine glancing at your backyard and spotting a flock of common, simple birds known as starlings. These starlings have short, thick bodies covered in dark feathers and sport pointy bills. Interestingly, starlings can benefit agriculture by devouring pests and safeguarding crops. However, they can occasionally become a nuisance by damaging young crops. Brace yourself for a truly astonishing sight, a murmuration of starlings. It involves thousands of these birds flying together in perfect sync, an awe-inspiring spectacle. Envision a mesmerizing display of up to 750,000 birds soaring as a unified entity, forming breathtaking shapes like teardrops, figure eights, and columns in the sky. Murmurations typically occur around an hour before sunset during autumn, winter, and early spring. When the time is right, the birds start dropping down into their roost for the night after about 45 minutes of this breathtaking aerial display. Photographers James Strom and Colin Hogg were determined to capture the beauty of this natural phenomenon. They spent 60 nights over 2.5 months in Lake Lougane, Ireland, patiently waiting to capture the murmuration in identifiable shapes. Their hard work paid off when they finally caught an amazing moment. The group of starlings formed the shape of a bird in a split second, not once, but twice. The photographers managed to capture this incredible sight on camera, leaving everyone in awe. Scientists have ideas about why starlings gather in murmurations. One possibility is that they joined together to confuse and deter predators. Another theory suggests that they huddle closely to share body heat and keep warm during colder times. Regardless of the reasons behind their synchronized movements, the truth remains that observing a murmuration of starlings creating breathtaking shapes instantly is proof of nature's everlasting magnificence. Number 10. Monstrous beehive bees are truly fascinating creatures that play a vital role in our natural process. They are highly important pollinators, helping plants reproduce by carrying the pollen from one flower to another. What makes bees even more intriguing is their dual nature. On one side, they provide us with delicious honey, a treat enjoyed by many. On the other hand, when bees feel threatened, They can become quite aggressive and possess one of the strongest stings among animals. While we often encounter small beehives that can be dealt with easily, there exist extraordinary hives in the mountains of Nepal, China, and India. These hives are massive, stretching across several feet. Just imagine stumbling upon a hive of such magnitude. Anyone courageous enough to approach such a colony would likely find themselves covered in painful stings. Surprisingly, there are individuals known as honey hunters who fearlessly venture up the mountains and cliffsides to collect honey from these colossal bee colonies. These daring honey hunters climb great heights and brave the risks of harvesting the sweet, golden liquid the bees produce. It is a task that requires skill, knowledge, and immense courage. The honey they gather is a delicacy and holds cultural significance in these regions. The honey hunters demonstrate a deep understanding and respect for these incredible insects, maintaining a delicate balance between taking what they need and preserving the precious bee populations. Honey hunters have exceptional skills in getting honey from beehives. They are trained for the mud and brave the danger of bee stings. They climb high and face the risk of falling and upsetting the bees. It's a risky activity that needs courage and expertise. Getting honey from big hives may seem tempting, but it's best done by skilled people willing to take such risks. Number 9. Weirdest toad giving birth. Giving birth can be very difficult for all types of animals, but the Suriname toad, also called the pipa, makes it even more challenging. The Suriname toad's method of giving birth is like watching a freak show. These peculiar creatures inhabit the rainforests of South America, and let us tell you about the bizarre process they go through. During mating, the female pipa produces a large number of eggs, usually ranging from 60 to 100. Once the eggs are fertilized, the male toad takes a peculiar step. He actually pushes the eggs into the female toad's back. Yes, you heard it right, into her back. It may sound strange, but this is a common practice for these toads. Over the next few days, something remarkable happens. The female toad's skin starts to cover the eggs, creating a protective layer. This unusual hiding place becomes the perfect environment for the eggs to develop and eventually hatch. It takes about 3 to 4 months for the Suriname tadpoles to emerge from their mother's back, alive and well. Witnessing this phenomenon may not be the most pleasant experience for many people. However, it is undeniably fascinating to think that such a phenomenon occurs in nature. Our world is filled with astonishing creatures, and the childbirth of the Suriname toad is undoubtedly one of the most peculiar and almost unsettling sights you could encounter. Once the baby toads finally emerge from their mother's back, they begin their independent journey. The mother toad doesn't take care of her young any longer after they are expelled from her body. As the young Suriname toads grow and reach maturity, the cycle continues and they continue the remarkable process of their species. Number 8. Sheep moving in a circle. Imagine if your friend came to you and said they witnessed something extraordinary, a group of sheep moving in a perfect circle. At first, you might dismiss it as a strange but harmless occurrence. However, if your friend returned with even more unbelievable news that the sheep were continuously circling from sunrise to sunset, you'd likely find it hard to believe. I mean, who does that? But before you jump to conclusions, here's a fascinating twist. This peculiar phenomenon actually happened in real life. In Hoditu, a video went viral from China, capturing the baffling sight of a flock of sheep walking in an endless circle. And get this, they didn't just do it for a short while and then stop. They repeated the same circular path day and night for a mind-boggling 12 consecutive days. Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. Not every sheep in the flock participated in this strange behavior. Some sheep stood still, observing the circling ones, while others actively walked alongside them. According to a professor from Harpur University, this occurrence could be attributed to the sheep being confined in their pen for an extended period. Their brains might have become conditioned to walking in this specific pattern. It's worth noting that sheep are known to imitate each other's actions, so it's possible that some sheep simply joined the circular parade because they saw others doing the same. Nevertheless, there's no denying the undeniable weirdness of the entire situation. Who would have thought that sheep could exhibit such synchronized and repetitive behavior? It just goes to show that nature can surprise us with its strange and captivating wonders. Number 7. Dragon fight. These formidable dragon-fight creatures were none other than the magnificent Komodo dragons, known for their awe-inspiring size and strength. Standing at an astonishing 10 feet in length and weighing over a whopping 300 pounds, they were the heavyweight champions of the lizard world. Now, don't be fooled by their name. Despite being called dragons, these majestic beasts were, in fact, gigantic lizards. However, it was easy to distinguish them from their smaller lizard counterparts. Their imposing stature, long flat heads, scaly skin, muscular limbs, and enormous tails commanded attention and respect wherever they roamed. These extraordinary creatures had inhabited 5 of Indonesia's islands for millions of years, including the enchanting Palau Island. They had thrived in the face of the region's harsh climate, adapting and evolving to become fearsome predators. Nothing was safe from their insatiable appetite. They were known to devour almost anything that crossed their path, from pigs and water buffaloes to even their own kind. Their reputation for merciless hunting and relentless aggression only added to their terrifying image. Komodo dragons are very intimidating creatures. They have a dangerous secret: venom. People thought their saliva had deadly bacteria in the past, but new research found they produce venom proteins like snakes. This makes them even more dangerous, along with their large size, strength, and sharp teeth. Approaching them is not for the faint-hearted. They can attack without warning and cause serious harm with their sharp teeth. Their venom adds an extra level of danger. Just one bite from a Komodo dragon can be deadly. Between 1974 and 2012, there were 24 reported attacks in the Komodo National Park in Indonesia. It's clear that these creatures demand caution and respect. It's safer to admire them from a distance using a phone screen than getting too close. Number 6, bear opens the garage door. When wild animals unexpectedly enter our homes, it can be both terrifying and surprisingly amusing. In this particular video, a curious black bear casually strolls toward a family's garage. The family, including a concerned mom and her children, find themselves trapped inside their car, observing the bear's exploration outside. The bear approaches the garage door and curiously sniffs around its bottom, clearly intrigued by something inside. The mom, recording the incident while contemplating whether to call the police or their homeowner's insurance, engages in a loudspeaker conversation with the dad. Meanwhile, the family in the car erupts into screams as the bear somehow manages to open the garage door slightly, takes a brief peek, and promptly shuts it again. It turns out that black bears are already clever enough to grasp the concept of opening doors. Amidst the chaos, the young son and daughter in the car find the whole situation oddly amusing, and their contagious laughter fills the air. Undeterred, the bear resumes sniffing around the garage, eventually mustering the strength to lift the door again with its mouth. The bear seizes the opportunity to investigate the garbage bin, much to the mom's dismay, since she had just finished cleaning the house. In an attempt to shoo the bear away, the mom honks at it, hoping it will retreat. However, the bear simply glances back at them with an expressionless gaze. Unaffected by the noise, the bear continues rummaging through the garbage bin, leaving behind a chaotic mess. It's no wonder the mom becomes frustrated with the situation. Have you ever seen such a deadpan predator? This bear just wants to be left alone to enjoy a meal. Luckily, the family maintains a lighthearted perspective and finds humor in the situation, despite the mess left behind. Number 5, woman walks into a glass door. Glass doors have become incredibly popular these days, both in homes and public places like offices and shopping centers. People love them because they provide a feeling of privacy while still letting lots of natural light shine through. Plus, their simple and modern look fits right in with the latest architectural styles. But even though glass doors are beautiful, they can also be a bit tricky, especially for people who have trouble seeing or aren't aware of them. There's always the chance you might accidentally walk into one and hurt yourself. You can imagine how embarrassing that would be, especially if it happens in a crowded place where everyone can see. In this video that's been going around, this woman unfortunately had to learn this lesson the hard way. It seems like she was either really tired or in a big hurry because she didn't take the time to open the door properly. As a result, she bumped right into the glass, and it must have been quite a shock. Thankfully, she didn't get hurt, which is a relief. What's really amazing is how quickly she recovered from the embarrassing moment. She didn't let it ruin her day. Instead, she stayed calm and managed to open the door correctly, finally making her way inside the building. It's lucky for her that no one else was there to witness the whole thing. We're sure she'd rather forget about it and move on, as it was definitely a challenging experience that made her day a little more difficult. So while glass doors are undoubtedly stylish and trendy, it's important to remember to be careful around them, especially if you have trouble seeing or are distracted. We all have our clumsy moments, but it's always better to avoid any unnecessary accidents. Number 4. Cobra drinks water. In the scorching heat of a summer day in New Delhi, something extraordinary unfolds between a brave forest officer and a hooded Indian cobra. This particular species of cobra is known for its deadly venom and fearsome appearance, capable of sending shivers down anyone's spine. Given their dangerous nature and distinctive pre-attack posture, these cobras aren't anyone's preferred choice for a pet. However, despite their reputation, even wild animals are affected by weather conditions, just like people. In this remarkable scene, the forest officer offers a helping hand to the hooded Indian cobra. With a calm demeanor, the officer supports the cobra's head from behind and gently tilts a water bottle closer to its mouth. At first, the cobra remains motionless, frozen in a wary state, but the officer's gentle encouragement reassures the snake, and it begins to drink the water from the bottle easily. This act of kindness and bravery is as thrilling as it is terrifying. The Indian cobra, the most lethal elapid snake family member, is responsible for approximately 12% of all snake bites in India and neighboring countries. Shockingly, this results in around 15,000 deaths and countless more injuries each year, according to estimates. For the forest officer to have the courage to aid the cobra in the video, they must possess exceptional training and expertise. It's a testament to the bond between humans and wildlife, even with creatures as dangerous as cobras. This unique encounter showcases the delicate balance between fear and compassion, reminding us of nature's awe-inspiring wonders. Number 3, World Record Dive. The Guinness Book of World Records is an amazing resource that keeps track of some of the most incredible achievements of human creativity and skill ever recorded. It's filled with mind-boggling records that might seem unbelievable at first glance. For example, let's talk about the record for the world's highest freediving session. Rick, a talented swimmer from Cincinnati, Ohio, always dreamed of seeing his name in the record books. In 1985, he had his chance at SeaWorld San Diego resorts. Rick climbed an astonishing 172 feet into the air before gracefully diving down into the water below. Just imagine, that's like climbing half of Big Ben in London and leaping into a pool from there. The audience, including Rick's wife and daughter, held their breath in anticipation as he disappeared into the water. But soon enough, Rick emerged from the depths, triumphant and ready to celebrate his incredible feat. It was an awe-inspiring moment that left everyone in amazement. However, here's where it gets even more fascinating. In 2015, Lazaro Lasso Schaller, a Brazilian-Swiss athlete, broke Rick's record in a jaw-dropping way. He performed the highest jump from land into the water by leaping from a cliff in Switzerland, covering a mind-blowing distance of 192.9 feet. Just imagine the courage and skill required to accomplish such a feat. These incredible records demonstrate the boundless human potential and the endless possibilities that exist in our world. The Guinness Book of World Records continues to inspire and captivate us with these extraordinary achievements, reminding us of the amazing things people can accomplish with determination and a little bit of audacity. Number 2, 97-year-old lady performs an amazing deadlift. Regular exercise offers numerous advantages for our overall well-being. Engaging in physical activity has amazing benefits for our health, including strengthening our immune system, building strong muscles, and lowering the chances of developing heart-related ailments. Additionally, it helps us manage our weight effectively, ensuring we stay in good shape. However, the perks of regular workouts extend beyond physical health. They significantly impact our emotional state and self-assurance, uplifting our mood and boosting our confidence levels. By incorporating exercise into our routine, we can experience a wide range of positive outcomes for both our body and mind. While it takes discipline to exercise regularly, there are some extraordinary individuals who take their fitness routines to the next level. Take Edith Trina, for example. Despite being an impressive 97 years old, she doesn't let age hold her back. Edith is part of a group of remarkable elderly women who travel around the Tampa Bay area participating in powerlifting competitions. Imagine the surprise when Edith, with her incredible strength, won a gold medal in one of the senior games by bench pressing 60 pounds in deadlifting 30 pounds. It's truly inspiring to see someone her age achieve such feats. Powerlifting has helped improve her breathing and manage her lung disease and has motivated her to stay dedicated to her training. Even though Edith has accomplished a lot already, she continues to challenge herself and increase the difficulty of her workouts. For her, accomplishing something new is simply awesome, especially when it contributes to her well-being. Does Edith's inspiring story make you want to exercise and stay active? Number 1. Walking fish. When we think of fish, we usually associate them with water, because it's commonly known that fish need water to survive. However, there have been instances where people have spotted fish casually walking across the street. You might initially think it's a photoshopped image, but these occurrences are actually real. These amazing water creatures are called mud skippers, also known as climbing fish. They have a special talent for climbing and moving on vertical surfaces. These fish are really good at adapting to survive. They can easily climb rocks and plants near the water. They have special fins and strong muscles that help them stick to different surfaces and overcome difficult challenges. The climbing fish has caught the interest of researchers and nature lovers wanting to understand how they do this incredible behavior. These remarkable creatures are known for their toughness and ability to survive out of water for up to 6 days. It's quite surprising to imagine a fish walking, but climbing fish have unique adaptations that allow them to move effectively both in water and on land. One of their key adaptations is their flexible tails and spines located on the lower edges of their gill covers. These features enable them to navigate underwater with agility. However, the image of a fish confidently walking around like it's nothing is not something we are used to seeing. Without actual footage or evidence, it might be hard to believe that a fish is capable of walking. These walking fish challenge our preconceived notions about what fish can and cannot do. They showcase the incredible diversity and adaptability of life on our planet. So next time you see a fish out of its natural habitat, remember that nature can surprise us with its remarkable creations. Which of these moments caught your attention the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.